Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Tea&Art. I hope you all are well. So let's start today's video. So today what I am doing here is that I have already 1 to 2 drops of Let's Resin pigment paste into the container, to which I am adding this isopropyl alcohol. So here I am creating my, you can say, white alcohol ink here. So this is the amount that I have taken, and now I'm going to mix it. So just make sure it's just 2 drops of Let's Resin pigment paste, and then this much amount, maybe 1 teaspoon of alcohol. That's it. So this is what you are going to need later on. So I'm just mixing it, and here I'm just starting the project. It is a freehand sort of project today, so I'm sure that you will enjoy that. A bit different from our regular sort of resin art. So I'm just making sure that it is mixed properly. I don't want any lumps in there. So here I have the normal epoxy resin, and I've just mixed it and added some golden mica powder into this container. So here it is done, and I'm just mixing the mica powder into the resin, just making sure again there is no powder left. So I'm sure you all are wondering what I'm doing here. So don't worry, you'll just see in few seconds what I'm doing here. So I am actually recycling something with the resin today. So this was a old abandoned clock, you can say, and it was about to be getting into the rubbish, and then I thought I'm going to do something with this. So here I just simply mixed the resin, added a little few drops of Let's Resin pigment paste, and then I'm just going to do a top coat here. So basically you need I don't want a very thick or very thin top coat on this one. So it's just going to be a simple top coat of this white resin on top of this clock, or any other item if you want to make the same way. So this project actually took me some time to make because it was coming to me in steps. I just made the first layer, and then I thought what I'm going to do it next, and then next and next also. In this way I made this. So let's see, hopefully what I am thinking, I will achieve it. So the first layer it is, and you just enjoy the process. So after doing the first layer, as you can see, the mixture was not so concentrated. You can still see the alphabet. So here you can imagine. So now I have added the golden mica powder that I added into the resin in this way, and it's actually going to create the effect here. So don't worry, I'm not going for the marbling effect or something like this. It is going to be a different technique today. So I'm just using a heat gun just to spread the golden color like this. So basically I'm making a resin table. I'm going to tell you this much now, and then later on I'm going to show you what technique I'm going for. So this is what I'm doing here. Just making sure that the golden color don't remain at one spot and it do spreads. So this is what I'm doing. And then I'm adding a little bit of white resin that I had, just filling up some places that I thought that are looking a bit empty. So basically it's very important to prep the surface where you are doing the designing. So this is Let's Resin alcohol ink. I am going with the blues today. So this is actually the pebble technique that got a little famous. So I really don't know who's the original artist for this, but it was really famous, but then it just went it silent, and I thought I'm going to do something with this again. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm going with just a circular design here, and I'm using different shades of blue. So different shades of blue are of alcohol ink, and I'm just doing the droppings of this alcohol ink. So it's really up to you what color combination you want to go for. I had something in mind. So as I have explained that I'm using different shades of blue, and now you can see that the golden that I added before, it is creating some sort of design with this. So some places I'm getting a very lovely sort of, you can say, a gold dropping, but some places it is creating that dendritic effect. So I'm really looking for the effects that I'm getting here. So this is the reason that I didn't do a very thick layer of the top coat on the top here. And just to let you know that I just waited around 15 minutes before I did the alcoholing. So this is how it's looking like. Now it's time to use the white that we made in the beginning where I added the paste into the alcohol. So now with the help of the dropper, I am putting one drop on each of the circular drop that I did before. So sort of you can see the petri dish effect here, but it is on a canvas. And now I'm going to show you, it is creating that pebble effect. And we fingers crossed that it remains this way. It is looking so amazing. So this is what I will be doing to all of these. And after doing this white, I'm going to use the alcohol ink again, and I will be doing, so I am just mentioning you that it is a sort of a petri dish effect, but onto a canvas and giving a different look. So if I was using this on resin, it has been something different. So yeah, same technique, but different looks. So it's basically the same thing, the alcohol ink and the white that I made myself. And then after doing this, when I'm happy, I'm going to leave this to cure and I will see you next day. So this is not the next day. This the base I made was winter last year and now it's almost winter and now I'm going to complete this. Do you believe me? This project was abandoned and now it's time to add these lovely koi fish. And I'm so surprised myself that finally I'm going to finish this, and yeah, and everything is fitting where it should be. So here I'm going to add these fishes and slowly it is coming to what I was thinking and I got a lovely effect. Yes, the effect, I managed to save the effect what I was going for. So here I will be adding all of these fishes on top of this. Just make sure that they are stick really well to the resin. And now I will be doing the top coat on top of these, just making sure that they are done. Now the top coat. So again, this is going to be a top coat on the top of this. I really didn't know what I'm going to do next here. I was just thinking about the top coat and then few ideas came to my mind and now I'm going to do them as well. So this is simply just going to be the resin on the top of this. So I will be doing this. So as I explained that I had some idea, so the top coat is done. Now I have some silicone inlay that I made myself and these are actually the ripple effects. So I'm creating the ripple effect. So there are a few ways you can do that. You need to wait for the resin to get a bit thicker and then you create them with the uh, gloves in your hand and a little bit of dipping them into the soap that create a lovely ripple effect into the water like effect. And then I'm going a bit easy way and I'm taking the silicone inlays, so I'm just putting them at different places because to me the table is perfect and simple if anyone is going for the simple look, but then you know me that I can't remain simple, I have to do something. So here I'm just taking the ideas where I need to place these different places. Yeah, I know, don't worry about that. So I think I am going to place these in the corner because this is a table, so I don't want it to be unbalancing at different places. But then again, I want to give a look to this table as well, a point where someone can talk about the table. So I'm just putting the silicone inlay, and then one thing I did more, and maybe I'll do a video on that as well, finding a spot for this silicone inlay. I really don't want it to be so random. So finally everything is coming together. And this is the other part, and I just want to see if it fits anywhere. Maybe here, or maybe on the side. It was a bit confusing. And finally, I think this is the place this should be placed. So here what I did, I just simply used the UV resin, the Let's Resin UV resin, and I just created the rings and I just cured it halfway. And now I'm removing it from the coaster mold. So this is another way of creating a ripple effect. So you can be very fine with this. I just tried this first time and it came to my mind and I thought I'll just do this and let's see how it looks like. So here I'm just placing it. So I was in fear that it might hide itself, but I was lucky that it didn't do that and I got the effect. So one thing that I was regretting was that I should have placed this near to the mouth area of that big koi fish. Maybe that created an effect here, but now it's all done. This is next day. It is cured. Now I'm going to remove these. So yeah, I got a lovely ripple effect here without waiting for the resin to get thick and all that. So here is the one that I made, and now I'm going to remove this one as well. So the area where I have placed these silicone inlays, it is a little bit of matte, but I am happy with that because I'm going to create some effect over these area as well. So for now, it is coming amazing. I'm a resin artist and I can't leave things that are just simple. I need to upgrade them. So here I'm using a lovely, our lovely artist Daniel technique here. I'm using the UV resin into the soap. So I'm creating the splash effect. For that, I'm adding UV resin into this and then it's going to drop itself. I'm going to get a beautiful, beautiful circular resin balls by this way. And then cure under UV light. And after that, I'm going to take them out, scoop them out of the soap, and then I'm going to wash them. So this is what I will be doing here. So after that, I separated them and now I'm creating the drop effect. So I'm doing it both ways. And now I'm going to pick one by one and then I'm going to add them into the center here. So this was such a lovely and you can say a healing process for me when I was doing this. The table was coming out really smooth and then adding these elements. What I'm doing here is that, as I told you, that the area was a bit matte. So I'm creating some drops here. Also, this place has some bubbles because of that they had some emptiness. So I'm going to fill them with the UV resin and then also they will creating, it will create a drop effect here onto the matte resin. And then I will cure this under the UV light. And then a drop of UV resin into the center, and then I'm going to hold the drop like this, and this is going to cure. Again, I will be making few rings around this one as well, at the same way that I added onto the silicone coaster. Just going to hold a little bit so it get perfectly attached to the resin. So it's done now. Now, as I explained, that I'm going to add some more rings. Here we go. Just going to make it a bit 3D. So before adding that, adding a just little bit of UV resin so that it secure itself. So you can make a effect like this as well. I'm just going for a little bit of 3D, so that's what I'm doing here. So I have made few ways of doing this. I use different techniques as well. So if you like, you can search my different videos. I have created this effect by different methods as well. So here I'm going to cure this. Now I have added the droplet onto the other area. Same way I made it. It's curing. While this was curing, Yes, something was again bubbling in my mind and I wanted to do something. Again, here I'm just creating the drop effect that I told you, because this area abyss is a bit matte. So after putting the UV resin drop, it created that lovely look of drops here and there. That area is cured, and now on to the this one. So after adding that drop, the thing that was bubbling in my mind, I wanted to create effect here as well, just creating some sort of bubble that are coming out of the fish mouth. So I put some of the UV drops and then some of the resin balls that I made into the soap. I'm just putting them on top here to create that 3D effect. And here is the final look of the table. It was beautiful. It was simple, but it was beautiful, and I think it turned out amazing. I think so. Please do let me know in comments, what do you think about that? Resin is such a magical thing. If you play with this, it do gives you something extraordinary that I have seen that. And wow, I'm in love with this table here. It is so soothing and healing to watch, and then the making process, everything. So just with few resin tools, you can create amazing stuff. So this is just an example of that. And you don't have to go really fancy about doing anything here. And you get a unique statement piece. You can create small coasters like this as well. You're adding small koi fish stickers and these like this. I have made few videos on this koi fish effect as well. So yeah, there are a lot of things that I have done, but I just think sometimes, and sometimes I get proud of myself as well. But then so many amazing people support me, I know that, and always waiting for new videos and techniques. So I will link everything in my description if you like to treat yourself. So that's it for today. Do let me know in comments what you think about this table. So like, subscribe and share. Thumbs up if you like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider do so, and take very good care of yourself. Bye bye.